Hey guys, Fair Chance here, and we're gonna start a little playthrough of a game called Game Dev Tycoon. I don't know if you guys have. Oh no, what have I done? I don't know if you guys have played this game or heard of it. I'm sure you've heard of it. Just gonna pause it real quick. This game is a game. It's kind of like a tycoon game, so that's why it says Tycoon in the title. Where basically you have to make video games and make them as good as you can, try to get good reviews, and therefore, you get good reviews, you get really good sales, and then, the whole goal is just to be as successful as possible. So basically, we got our little guy here, Chance the Dude, and his old computer. I'm not quite old enough to know all the stuff in this era of games, but we got like a DeLorean here, got some Pong, which at this time I think would have just come out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna develop a new game, and our first game, let's say we'll just make like a military action game. Yeah, military action. So you can see all the choices we got: sports, space, military, medieval. But we've got all these slots that we could have by the end, maybe. And then we've got action, adventure, RPG, simulation, or strategy to pick from. And I think military action is probably safe. We got the Commodore or the Govador 64 and the PC, and you see at this time the Govador has got a lead in the market share against the PC, but I'm not really sure. I think I might go with the Govador for this one. And what are we gonna call our game? It's all about shooting things, so let's go with like uh, guns a-blazing. I'm not sure if you're supposed to do like, even if you're not supposed to write it like that, I like that way. So we're gonna start making this game. It obviously has to have 2D graphics. I'm not making a text game. And this is we have to allocate time to different parts of the game. So we have the engine, gameplay, story, and quests. We're playing an action game, so we're probably gonna need not too much story, a decent amount of engine, and a lot of gameplay. So our guy's gonna plop some points in there. We got design, technology, and research is what lets us, research more stuff in the future. And we got dialogues, level design, artificial intelligence. I'm gonna go some artificial intelligence, pretty good level design, not much dialogue. We've also got bugs, but that's not really a big deal until once you finish making the game, as you can tell by this bar here. At which point your character will start fixing bugs. It's all automatic, but it'll start fixing bugs, and it'll take a little longer to get the game out. But another good thing about it is that he will also sometimes get more points into design and technology while doing that. The whole goal is to get as many points in design and technology as possible, because the more points you have in those, the better your game will be. And man, I'm going to tell you right now, this game is not easy. It looks really simple, and it is really simple, but it's not easy. That's him fixing the bugs, and looks like that's... Okay, come on, let me finish. Looks like that's all the points we're going to get. So we got 12 and 14. For the first game, that's not bad, but that took us a long time to make, so we lost like 8,000 per month there. So we got new topic, new combo, great combo. We got some XP in all of these different categories. So all the little slider bars, they each have their own experience bar, and the character itself has some experience too. Now we can release it and wait to get some reviews. So yeah, see, 8,000 monthly costs. First reviews come in. See how we did on our first game. Enjoyable. Now, honestly, this is not that bad for a first game. You might be thinking that the whole goal is basically just to get tens across the board on every game, but that's just not realistic. I mean, it's a lot harder than that. Icicle Studios, a newcomer in the game industry, has just released their first game, Guns A-Blazing. It received favorable reviews. With such a good start, we're sure to gain fans quickly. And now we're going to start making profit, selling units, and bam, 52,000 sales. And we made it in the charts at 41 with our first game. I have never been that successful with the first game. And now what we're going to do, Just because I want to see if I can. Yeah, I'd like to research fantasy because that's one of my favorite genres or themes, I suppose. I don't think I've ever done this well with a first game. We've already got a company sales record with 10,000 units sold, and that is in the second week. That's crazy. I'm gonna take a drink of my water real quick because my throat's getting a little sore. And we have successfully researched fantasy, so we can start making a whole new kind of game. You can see our money is higher than it was when we started, so now we can make, say, a fantasy game. This time, what would make sense for the fantasy? I'd say RPG. And we'll put it on the Govador again because it's got such a good market share. And a fantasy RPG game, let's call it like, that old Golden Axe game. I don't think that was on the Commodore, but that's the only really old fantasy RPG game that really comes to mind immediately. Let's go with like a Platinum Hatchet. That's it's close enough to be a ripoff, but not close enough to be a copyright infringement, if you know what I mean. So with an RPG, we're going to want less on the gameplay, less on the engine. I'd say engine and story should be about even, maybe with the edge going to story. So our guy's gonna plop some points in, make some bugs. He's screwing up real bad. No, he's not. He's doing a good job. More on dialogues, a little less on these two. And you see with the RPG, the time allocation is a bit more even. But we're not getting a whole lot of points in technology with this game. So what I might want to do, this is about good, but what I might want to like drop the graphics, increase world design, increase sound. That's probably good. So hopefully, instead of just keep putting points in design, I mean I want them to still do that, but I want to get more points in technology. I want to have this second game be, as good as or better than our first game was. But it looks like Platinum Hatchet just isn't going to cut it. Recent market studies suggest that the Govador G64 is steadily outselling competitors in the PC sector. Consumers prefer the lower price, greater availability, and the flexible hardware configuration over other home computers. Might spell the end of competing hardware manufacturers. Well, we're in the future, and we know that's not true. We know what's going to happen, down the road. So we got great combo, new record and design. We got a bunch more experience with these. And we'll release it and see what kind of reviews we get. First reviews that come in. This doesn't look too good. Oh, starting off with a 6, that's not too bad. This looks like it's going to be about as good as Guns A-Blazing was. If this last one is a 7, it'll be exactly as good as the last one. Oh, that's not good. That's, you can actually check by going to game history here. That got a 6.25, so we did, half of a point worse than Guns A-Blazing. But, it's a new theme. Maybe we can sell about as good. That'd be nice. It doesn't look like it. So Jason here has just finished Platinum Hatchet, and he's impressed with our talent. He's in the contracting business, and he could use skills just like ours. If we're ever short on cash, just let him know, and he'll see if he has some work for us. He's gonna give us the option to do contract work here, and basically we take one of these, and we have to basically pop points in design and technology to try to fulfill these in the amount of time we have here. If we fail, we'll lose the penalty here, so we'll lose 7,000 on this one. But if we succeed, we'll be paid 16,000, and it doesn't really matter what what we're doing, like the sprite sheet or setting up computers. I think I'm gonna try some sprite sheet software. I think we can get that pretty easily. You speed up if you're only doing one at a time. Like if you finish design and you only have technology left to do. Jason here just got word from the client that the contract was completed successfully. Excellent work. New contracts every 6 months or so. So check back sometime. I will do that, Jason. I will do that just for you. Jason, Now, vocabulary. Apparently, some of these are a little randomized because I don't think this was vocabulary the last time I played. I've played the game and I've beaten it once. It's not very long. I'd say maybe overall, I'd say you'd probably put about 5 hours in, but it really just depends on how you play it. According to rumors, Nintendo obviously, is planning to launch its very own home gaming console. Ninvento is known for the widely successful arcade game Dinky King. Awesome. Many experts doubt that home gaming consoles will take off, but we are eager to see what Ninvento will deliver. Again, we know that's not true. Gaming consoles are going to destroy the PC market in the future, but by the modern day, it's going to be about even. Successfully researched sci-fi, so what I want to do is develop a new game. Use sci-fi, and a sci-fi adventure game. Yeah, adventure sounds good for the Gavador, because I don't at this point, at the start of the game, I like using the Gavador because even though in the future we use a PC and it makes it makes you want to use it kind of. The Gavador does have a higher market share, even though it does cost more to develop for. It costs 15,000 more. But we were doing pretty well so far, so I don't think money's too big of a problem. And what's this one going to be? A sci-fi adventure game? We'll call it the Twilight, the Twilight Zone. But I don't want to call it the Twilight Zone. I want to call it like the Twilight area. And maybe instead of Twilight, we could go with like Midnight. Yeah, there we go. The Midnight area. That's a silly name. Alright, we got some points just to start off. An adventure game. We definitely want to have, I think adventure, you want to go a little higher on engine, a little lower on gameplay. Which makes sense to me. I don't know if it makes sense to you guys. It doesn't really make sense to me in the first place. I kind of lied. I'm sorry. I love you. Level design should be pretty high because it's an adventure game. Artificial intelligence can be a little higher, and dialogues can be a little lower. It's kind of starting to look like the action game we made before when it comes to the sliders, and Platinum Hatchet is off the market. We got 127,000 in sales. It's not bad. We are way in profit from when we started. Is that our first bug? Jeez. Chance, you're doing a great job developing this game. World design all the way up. Graphics a little lower than that. Sound a little lower than that. This stuff here on the right will be much, much, much more important towards the end of the game, but for right now, it's basically really simply only have one or two choices. We're not getting a whole lot of points in any field here comparatively to other. Oh, Ninvento has confirmed rumors and announced their plans to release a new home gaming console called the TES next year. The console features cartridge-based games and a uniquely designed controller. That does look a little like the Nintendo Entertainment System. Kind of just a little bit. It's just kind of a passing resemblance. Okay, come on, give me some design points. That's a bug. It's similar in color, but not. Alright, I'll just release it then. As I take another drink of my water because for some reason my throat is so sore. I'm not sick, I swear. Oh, I'm gonna turn the sound down right now because that was a little loud in my ears, and I'm afraid it might have been loud in your ears too. But we did pretty good there. We got a new record in technology, and Chance leveled up, so we might be, a little faster now. Might be able to put out some better games, and we got some new reviews. This is definitely not as good. This is not gonna go well. Oh no, this is horrible. Okay, maybe not horrible, but not as good as I would want it to be. 5.75. We're really on a slow trend downwards, and I don't like that. For some reason, this is selling better than the last game did, though. Platinum Hatchet, people just didn't like it, I guess. I think I'm going to do some contract work and try to get up to 50 research points, because at that point, we can make our own engine. And if we make our own engine, then we can do some really fun things. Actually, do we even have a reason to make a new engine? And that didn't let us get there anyway. I've gotta get those research points, man. Gotta get up to 50 to make a new engine. But Chance, you are not helping me out here. I just need one more. Come on, you can do it. One more. There we go. And the Nintendo Entertainment System is out, or the Ninvento. So we're still making money. That's good. So we're gonna research custom game engine. That game was not up there for long, but it did make more money than Platinum Hatchet did by like $14,000. And we're already up to almost, oh no, I'm yawning. We're already up to almost 400 fans. And we're only in the, about halfway through the second year, and that's pretty good. So now we can research more stuff, but I don't have any research points. Is there any reason to make this? Definitely. So now we can make much better stuff. We can include a save game, a story. All the games we've made up until now haven't even had a story. So putting all the time allocated into story for the Platinum Hatchet really didn't do us any good, did it? Our graphics will be a little better. Everything will be a little better with this new engine. So we have to just put a bunch of technology points up there, and eventually it'll finish. Oh, I didn't name it. That's one of the fun things you can do. One of the fun things about this game is naming things. A lot of things I like to do is I like to just rip off names of actual engines and games, but just change it a little bit. Like instead of like the Unreal Engine, you call it like the Actually Real Engine or something like that. That's a bad example, but what we're gonna do now is just reel off. You're gonna pick the engine, and we're gonna make a game for the TES. And look, the development license was 80,000, which hurts. That's painful. And I'm feeling like making a sports sim. Yeah, that'd be good. What kind of sports games did they have back then? Like, what, track and field? So what could I call that? Like, running and throwing? That's what track and field kind of boils down to. Boom. We're gonna lose some money on this game. We might even go into the red a little bit. As you can see, we've only got 15,000 left right now. Gameplay up, engine and story down. Give it a save game, but it doesn't really need a story. I mean, it's just a sports sim. And I really hope that we can get through this game without going into the red, but I think we might have to. Artificial intelligence is probably the most important thing there. We're doing pretty good so far for these design and technology. It's probably because good old Chance here leveled up. And I am going to put the points in, the money in to get mono sound, but that is going to put us into the red, which sucks. But there's not much I can do about that. People just aren't happy with basic sounds. I mean, that's like Tetris sounds, you know, like did boop boop be doop. I didn't mean to make a Betty Boop reference there, but that's how it worked out, isn't it? So basically, we're gonna be in the hole pretty good, but we're gonna be able to put some more points in here and make it as good as possible. And basically, as soon as this gets released and we start getting sales, it's almost certainly going to put us back in the green or the black, whatever people call it. So let's see those reviews. Running and throwing. Let's see how we did. Oh, that's pretty good for only our third game, or what? Fourth game. 8. That's an average of 7. If you give us another 7, that'd be a flat 7. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's our best game so far, which means we should have our best sales so far too. Oh, look at that. Just skyrocketing. We're gonna hit 10,000 again. Yeah, that's real good. Yeah, it has been a massive success. Sales numbers have exceeded expectations. I love the games that come with the TES, and playing with a controller is so much more fun than on a keyboard. Tell me about it, dude. Rank 34? I think it was at 29 in the first week, which is pretty good. Might want to research joystick. That'd be cool. Running and throwing is a surprise hit with players. You know, Icicle Studios is fairly new to the gaming industry, but we cannot wait for what they will develop next. Stop yawning, Chance. Stop. Stop. Wow. I must have such a strong will because I just basically stopped that yawn in his tracks. We have researched joystick. The thing is, after you research something like that, you basically have to make a whole new engine. So I'm not going to make this yet. I'm going to keep making games with this game engine 1 for right now, and I'm going to keep making them on the entertainment system because it's got the highest market share. Let's go for like a military strategy game. We can call it they have strategy games back then? I don't really maybe instead of military strategy, let's go with something like space action. Like Galaga. Instead of Galaga, we can call it like Galactica. Wait, no, that's used. Galactica. If I can spell. Galactica. That's good. I like that. Galactica. Galactica. And we're gonna make it with some really sweet graphics. People are gonna love Galactica. We're almost up to yeah. Give it a story, man. Story. It needs the story. Actually, yeah. Action games need about like that. Galactica is gonna be a huge hit. I just like saying that name. Galactica. It had really poor artificial intelligence and pretty good level design. Was there any dialogue in Galactica? I don't know. I'll put a little dialogue in there and raise up artificial intelligence to compensate. But we're doing pretty good so far. That is our most profitable game yet. Actually, it might not be the most profitable, but the highest grossing for sure. World design was, yeah, that's pretty good. Sound was good. Graphics was great for that time. We're probably to about the time where Galactica actually was out, so I feel good about that. And again, I think these are some of the best scores we've had so far. Some platforms become more popular with younger gamers, while others cater for the more mature players. Yeah, we're gonna want to research that as soon as possible. I'm gonna do that. Oh, right, I haven't even released this yet. Release it. Alright, that's pretty good. Great combo, apparently. And before it can give us that, I'm going to research target audience, even though it's going to put us on the hole for a little bit. The first reviews for Galactica have come in. No way. A 9? That's crazy. Oh my god. This is great. This is so good. That's an 8.5. That's by far our best game so far. This should sell like crazy. Oh, it is. Look at that. 10,000? Oh, so close to 10,000 in the first week. We got ranked as 10. Vina, I'm guessing that's Sega, is planning to release a home gaming console of their own. And we have researched target audience. So I'm going to probably make one more game. Actually, you know what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to end this video because it's probably gone on for a while, and I think 4 or 5 games is probably good for one video. It is going to be continued. I'm going to try to record this, at least more often than I have been recording Minecraft. Actually, I should probably should tell you guys, I'm not giving up on that Minecraft series. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to schedule with my friend to have a little recording session and do a bit of a co-commentary. for some episodes. Um, but yes, it is going to be coming back. I just haven't had the time to do it recently, but I am going to. And I just figured I'd, branch off a little bit and play some other games. So we're doing good in this game so far. This is by far the best I've done in this game for the first, like, I guess 2 and 3 months, 2 years, 3 months. We're doing really good, and I'm excited for this series.